So guys, there's a problem with AI projects, and it's that most of them will fail. And it's not because technology is broken. Like, we know it works, you use it every single day to boost your productivity level, right? So there must be something else that we're doing wrong. And in this video, I'm going to give you the missing puzzle that we all need to focus on during these projects. Then I will go over the 5 stages of AI project lifecycle, and for each of this stage, I will give you the most important things to focus on and the most common pitfalls. So hopefully this will increase your chances to success. If you don't know me, I'm Michael. I spent last 9 years as software developer. For the past few years, basically from day one, I work exclusively on LLM-powered applications that run and work on production environments. So while I don't have all the answers, I've got tons of experience and observations that I'm happy to share with you. So the missing puzzle, why so many AI projects fail. And honestly, if you understand this one, you can skip the rest of the video because everything is going to be clear for you. LLM technology is new. Truth be told, we're all trying to figure out how to build systems around this technology. At the same time, we're learning how to squeeze as much value as possible out of these models. And this is what teams that are building LLM-powered solutions are focusing on. So we're deciding which framework to use or maybe write something from scratch. Then choosing the right architecture and test different approaches. Then putting in on a test environment, made some iterations to working better, and then hopefully run it on production. But this is only a part of the project that has to be done, and there's a different side that is in many cases ignored. So the missing part I'm talking about is the core of the system, the AI model itself. And what we need to understand is that AI model will make mistakes. It's not if, it's when, and it doesn't matter if your solution works great and it's like 99% of the time accurate. What matters is how will you handle this 1% when it doesn't work, and we all need to ask these hard questions like what are the worst possible scenarios, how we can prevent them, can we prevent them, and so on. And we all need to start thinking about those situations from day one. That brings us to the second part of the video, so the 5 stages of AI projects and what to focus on each of them. So guys, ideation, the first part, which is also the most important one. And it's all about asking the right questions, the hard questions, and not being afraid of the answers. So let's say you've got a problem you're trying to solve, and the biggest, most important question is, do you really need AI for this problem? If not, you shouldn't use it. You should go with the deterministic approach. But if you really need AI and there is no way around this, then you need to answer questions like, what are the acceptable error rates? What are the scenarios where you will need the human oversights? Basically, you want to set the quite low expectations on AI and figure out what will you do with the mistakes. And the most common pitfalls I see is starting with technology, so we need AI to solve this. If there is no discussion on this topic, then you're setting yourself for the failure. Okay, stage 2 is all about discovery, and sadly many teams got it wrong. It's not about testing the happy path and make a claim that we are quite sure that AI can solve this problem. Well, in most cases, the answer is yes. But what's important at this stage is to figure out the challenges you will need to handle during the project. And to do it, you need 3 things. First, you need to find performance cliffs, so part of the problem or specific domain where model performs poorly. Then you need to look into data and establish some data quality requirements and also the pre-processing needs. And the final stage is testing model for the consistency with similar inputs. So you need to find out how consistent is model with your problem. And regarding the common pitfalls, testing only happy path, ignoring domain-specific use cases, and basically underestimating the data preprocessing and data quality requirements. Stage 3, POC. This is where things are getting serious. You basically want to build working demo version of your final product, but with LLM-powered solution, it's not enough. You also want to show that you can handle this part where AI is going to make mistakes. So you want to verify if your POC is consistent over time with similar inputs. That's one really important thing. But another one is verification of the strategies you discovered at stage 1 of the project. So basically, you have to implement those fallback mechanisms and check if they work as expected. So the common pitfalls in this stage is confusing the POC with production readiness and moving fast into the final stage, and also not verifying this parts related to AI mistakes, fallback mechanisms, and so on. Okay, we're almost there. The next stage is MVP. MVP stands for most viable product, and what it means is the product with minimal number of features that can solve the problem. And in classical startup world, it means the goal of this stage is to verify the product market fit. But with AI-powered solution, the goal is different. What you want to do at this stage is to start building trust with your users. So basically, you want to make sure that users will stay with your application even after AI will make some mistakes. And to do it, you need to basically build mechanisms that will let users give you feedback so you can improve your solution over time, but also be honest and precise of what your solution can do. So don't make like those big claims that you've got the God level AI that can assist user with any task. Just tell it what can it do, what are the limitations, so users can set the expectations bar at the appropriate level. And well, the golden rule here is communicate clearly, show uncertainty, and also build recovery paths. So if you see that some strategies that you planned didn't work, this is a place to build another one, so you've got, more robust solution. Okay guys, let's move to final stage. Let's talk about going production. With classical software development, the deterministic one, when you put your system on production, you're basically done. You can watch users interact with your platform and be glad you finished the assessment. But with AI-powered solutions, that's not the case. You need a team that will monitor your system, evaluate the metrics, make sure that the performance is stable, and in many cases that won't be the case. You will need to make some adjustments, change your approaches to be sure that users get the consistent response and still trust and go back to your solutions. So the golden rule here is to basically not finish when you go to production and still take care of the system, because this AI powered solution will degrade over time. Okay guys, it's time to sum it up. The biggest challenge in building LLM powered application, it's AI itself. We all need to stop thinking about this technology as plug and play tool that will solve all the problems. We need to think about the mistakes it can make and how to handle them. When you remember this will affect each stage of the project you're building. And also on top of that, you really need to invest time and your resources to building the monitoring system, the feedback loops, and also the trust building mechanism and clear communications with your users.